with you again, and that is obviously Ronda without the H. Got my beautiful hands here. Oh, and I got blood drawn yesterday. Look what they did to me. It's like, what? Crazy stuff. But it doesn't hurt. Nothing hurts. Everything's good. The sun is shining here. I hope that things are well where you are. I'm excited to be here with you today. And let's get started. Alrighty. So, I've been thinking about, what to do. And I was looking through, just perusing Pinterest a little bit. I haven't done that actually for quite a long time. And so I did. And I came across some library card holders or pockets. And I thought, yes. I have not done this for a very long time. Some of you probably have done a lot of it. I've done a little bit, but not a ton. And so I thought it would be kind of fun today to work on that. So let me show you what I have come up with so far, and then we'll do a couple together. Okay, this is just done from ordinary copy paper that I have spritzed, lightly with coffee. Nothing, but I like it. It's cute. And then, let's see, what was the next one? This was the next one. And this was done from a very old book page. You know how there's one or two pages in the front and in the back that have nothing on them? This was one of those. But when I folded it, it cracked, which tells you is very old. And so you really have to be extremely careful. So what I did with that one was added a border of washi tape, which is kind of fun. And I added stamping. I've done stamping with all of them. This is the only one that I added washi tape to. And like I said, this is an old book page. The first one, this is just copy paper. This is just not a receipt, but I don't know, a statement, account summary thing. This is a piece of one of those at the top that I just folded and created another pocket. And I didn't mean to do it, but it sort of ended up that I'm on a butterfly theme, if you will, and I like that. This one, just to show you, I actually do have a bunch of these library pockets. I picked them up, I don't know, years ago, and I think it was a college bookstore, or not a bookstore, but the surplus, where they get rid of all of their stuff. Anyway, and so I did just a very minimal collage and inked around it and coffee dyed it, because I wanted to keep this all clear for writing. And then here is the jacket or pocket. And these are super simple, guys. So I wanted to do a lot of different papers so that you could see that you can make these fun additions for your journals with different supplies. And then she said, I got out some of my, let's see, where's the other half? I don't know. I'll find it, maybe. This is the freezer paper. Remember, few videos ago, we did some freezer paper play, and I took a piece of that and I covered the whole back, the shiny part, with just some tracing paper, some deli paper, and ironed that on so that it's nice and sturdy. And then we created a library pocket from that, which is super fun, super cute. So these will all fit in. They're similar in size, but they're all a little bit different. So what you're going to need some either book pages or coffee paper or ledger paper, or whatever it might be. That you could use scrapbooking paper as well. And if you're using scrapbooking paper, I would recommend kind of the middle thickness, not the heavy thickness that's coated, and maybe has embossing and things on both sides, because that will be difficult to make your pocket and the folds and whatnot. And if you do the thin, which is fine, just keep in mind usually the thinner papers have the design on one side, and then on the other side it's white. And you can do that, but just keep in mind the thickness. If that's an issue, you might want to fold it and fold it again to give thickness. Or if you do the medium, then oftentimes they have both sides with a different design. And so when you make your pockets, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. So let me just show you. Then these two I haven't decorated them. I was waiting to do it with you. This also is one of those book pages from the front of a book, but unlike this darker one that I showed you, this is not so old that it cracked, so it's fine. So we've got that, and I have one of these. I don't know what language. It may be Chinese, or I don't know, Taiwanese. Do they have the same language? Taiwan? I don't know, but I think it's right side up here because the commas are going this way, but I may be wrong on that as well. No, I think that is right, because this says 38. Because this, when you fold up, would be wrong side up. Okay, so I've got one of those. I just took a bunch of different. Here is from an old, like, encyclopedia type book, and this paper's pretty stout. And this will make one, and then of course here and here, anything that's upside down you'll want to address and decorate. And then here's another one, and we won't have time to decorate all of these. I did a few ahead of time just so I know what I'm doing. Sort of, trying to remind myself, because like I said, it's been a long time. And then I took one from an old cookbook and thought that would also make a fun pocket. So let's get started. Which one shall we start with? Let's set these finished ones off to the side, and we will just pick one. Let's see, let's do one that's we have to do a right side up fix, and maybe one that's out of plane. Let's do these two. Let's do these two. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so, and actually I have to show you before we even do that, because otherwise you're like, well, that's nice, Rhonda, but how did you get from there to there. Yeah, I get it. Okay. So let's take another page. Book page, not a cage. We're not into caging. So I am folding over. Okay. I'm coming to the other side, folding over. I'm not really measuring, but there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 3.5 to 4 inches, kind of. And my library cards are 3 inches wide. I also have some index cards that we can put in there that I have decorated previously. Okay, so this is just easy. And then we decide how far up we want our pocket. Do we want it where you decorate a lot of the pocket, not much is seen? Do you want a little? So this is one of the things that you just kind of decide what you want to do. And I'm going to just fold it in here. And I've been doing somewhere around the 5-inch is what it's working out to be. And that's going to be about 5 inches there again. Okay. So, got it? So we just take a book page, and I've just been folding in. Now some you would fold less, some you'd fold more, just to get the right size pocket that you want. So you'll need your papers, you need glue, you need scissors, and you need things to decorate with. Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors now and see where I have folded. So I am going to just cut a narrow little V on both sides of that. We'll turn around to this other side. I'm going to cut another V. Okay. And then I'm going to refold. So this will become my pocket. And what I do on the back, and you can do it, you know, you don't have to do what I'm doing. This is just, you know, this kind of works for me, and so I'm good with that. But use your scissors or whatever you use, and just trimming this down to, I don't know, about 1/2 inch or just a little more maybe. And then I'm also going to now take on the top, I'm going to cut a little wedge so that I don't have any flaps showing. And then I will do the same on the bottom as well. Well, and actually this I very easily could have done with, when I was cutting the one, I could have cut the whole thing. Could have, didn't, but that's okay because these parts are not going to show. So then we are, if you're going to do any major decorating at this point, you know, with this, you can do that before you glue the pocket together. Okay? I'm just using my stick glue, my handy stick glue. Had to open a brand new one, so we should be good here. All right. So I hope the weather is good for you wherever you live. And I hope that you're able to enjoy your day. Okay, so here's where I may want to do just a little bit of stamping, or I could, you know, I could put some washi tape down. I could do some decorating. I'm not really doing too much to the base because I'm going to have a card in there, and so the only time you're going to really see that is when you take the card out, you know, the journaling card out. But I wouldn't mind doing maybe a little bit of script. I have this little script stamp that I use fairly often. So let me get out some ink. And we will just... Okay. That's good. I don't want a lot. So let's put that back. So that's all I'm going to do there. Now what I want to focus on is the pocket part, because these are going to fold behind, and those will be glued down, and so it'll be a little more difficult to decorate depending on what I want to do here. Definitely one of the things I want to do is to take away the obvious that this is now upside down. So, and I am just looking at some of the things that I have on my desk. You know how you've been working on something. That's cool writing. Love that. And it's still just on your desk. You know. I know you know. I like the color contrast to this. So let's just tear a little bit of this. And if you've done this before and you have some great suggestions for me, I would be greatly appreciative. Don't ask me to spell it. Of you sharing some of the fun things that have worked for you. Okay. So we'll just I think we're just gonna kind of go like so, and we'll glue that down. I'm definitely going to stamp also. So sort of what I've been doing on the previous ones that I made is just kind of a like I've been using a book page and then either a lace or a cheesecloth and an image and maybe another book page and maybe even a little phrase or along with the stamping. So I'm going to keep this in line with here. So let's do, I have this cheesecloth just sitting here, you know, so we'll just cut into that. I do hope that this new for me, way of doing videos, that you do enjoy that. If you like it, some of you have commented, not a lot, but like I said before in one of my videos, I'm not at the point where I can't respond to everybody because I don't have, you know, tons and tons of comments, but the ones I get, I just really, I think you're wonderful. I appreciate you, and I look forward to your comments. And maybe for some of you that enjoy my channel and like to follow me, might at some point decide that you want to chat a little, make a comment, and that would be fabulous. But that's okay if you don't. I get it. Truth is, when I'm watching videos, I'm usually in here in my studio, and I don't have the availability of commenting because I watch it on my TV. And so I always like them, but I have to do a whole different thing if I'm going to comment. Okay, so, and earlier I have stamped, as you can see, one of my glassine, and this is true glassine paper. Oh, doesn't that just make you happy? Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Let's do that again. I know. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I just had to do that. Okay. Back to work, Rhonda. Back to work. So we can put this here. That would be cute. And actually, I wouldn't even mind. It doesn't have to. Yeah. Let's just do it. Let's not sit on it. Let's not wait till it grows old and gets gray hairs and dies. Let's do it while we're still young. And for those of you that look at me and you're like, oh, she's older than I thought she was. Well, I'm not either. You're as young as you feel. And for those of you that are like, wow, she's just a spring chicken, I say, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, crazy stuff. All right. Now, when I'm folding, what I'm finding when I fold around my pocket, because I fold this all at the same time, is that I actually kind of fudge with that fold line and I bring it in just a little bit. Let's see. Let me just let's work with that just a sec. So I don't keep the fold perfect with the line. I try to fudge it out, scooch it out just a smidgen on both sides. And what that does, it allows it to fold nicely without being too tight. And so you've got room here to work with. Now you could also do the little thumb holder, if you wanted, but I didn't, and I don't think it really needs it because you've got a lot of your card, whereas sometimes your pockets, you're only having a little bit peek through, and so a thumb hold is a nice thing to do. Okay, so I've been kind of going with the butterflies. Let me check. Where are my butterflies? Butterflies. I had them here. I do have, well, I have these that I can stamp. I haven't done any stamping on this yet. So I think I'm going to stop and change gears. Whoops. It's hard to get the ink when you're using the lid. That's just a little suggestion. Use the ink pad. Oh goodness. What a dilly, what a day, huh? And let's see. Let's maybe Put a little bit of something down there. Okay, so now I have covered up with this. So if you look carefully, you can see that this is still upside down. But I like it. I think it looks really good. So what did I do with the lid? And there again, many of you that follow me know I always store my ink pads upside down because ink falls. So I'd rather it fall to the top than to the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, here we go. And here's an unfinished painted book. I gessoed it, but I haven't done anything else with it yet. But I do have some butterflies in here that we could use. I am perusing those. So we could bring in a little bit of color if we want. Let's see. I made these. They're not fancy little holders, but I do like them. Let's see. And these images, some are Tim Holtz, some I've cut from magazines or book pages. Just some I've printed out from, I don't know, various spots. Yeah, that's kind of cute for just a really plain, you know, or yeah. Okay, I don't know. They're not really charging me up. I don't think I have a butterfly in that area that I want to use. So we will set that aside and we will pull out these butterflies. This I got in one of those Your Creative Studio, is it? 1 month was butterflies. And honestly, that's too big. I like the boxes. That it's fun to get a surprise. That's cute. But if I'm being honest, which I try to be, I don't use a lot of the stuff that come in those. And so I think I've done this a total of 4 times maybe over the last year and a half. Yeah, well, that didn't show. But I just really don't use them a lot. And it's not because they're not fun. It's not because they're not wonderful. I have no complaints. I'd keep them in the boxes, and you can see my rag here. And let's get my spray bottle. This is off camera. I know you're not seeing that, but I like to keep my stamps clean. And this actually did come in one of the boxes, this little stamp, and I just hadn't used it until today. So I don't know, and maybe some of you have some great ideas as to how to use those up and to have it be more proactive. Let's see. Looks like this is about the size. I don't see. I think that would be okay. Yeah. We shall go with this one, guys. And for this, I'm going to use my art glitter glue. We'll just glue on. And this appears to be acetate. I would love it if it were, like a sticker that you could just self do. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and we shall now get our little side flaps. Oh, and I did not, you guys, I did not trim off the bottoms when I trimmed that down. I didn't trim this, but I've already put glue on it, so I don't want to mess it up now at this point. Now, as I'm gluing this, I am there again, just kind of making sure it's there, but it's just a little loose. I'm not trying to, hug it real tight as I press it down. So then this will be ready for a library card. I'm just calling out golf stuff, huh? For Fore. Okay, super simple. And one other thing that I like to do, because I think it just gives a really nice finish, and that is to round my corners. But you don't have to. This is strictly optional. Well, it's all optional. You don't have to do anything, honestly. You don't have to do a single thing, my dear friends, if you don't want to. Okay, that's just kind of cute. And let's see. Now I'm going to bring in some iCAD cards, which are just basically little journaling cards. I have a ton of these made. I don't know if this pocket is too, yeah, that would still fit, huh? Well, that'd be cute. Yeah, look at there. Okay. So you can get super fancy, or you can keep it super simple. Here's a fun one. And I have a video on these. Do I have it in a playlist? I think I do. Not 100% sure. Just some fun stuff. Okay, well, enough of this. Let's we can just spend a lot of time going through here, all these purties. But let's make another one. All right. And this time I'm not going to show you the cutting. If you need to see that again, then go back, and just pause as you need to and rewatch and whatnot. So on this one, I am going to use this stamp that I have. Wait. I cut my parentheses out. Why? I don't know. I just didn't want them there. Why do we do some of the things we do? I mean, hello. By the way, you guys, I have to tell you, I don't know if I've actually mentioned this or not, but my youngest son, Andrew, has gotten me into watching cat videos, little shorts, the little, and I have just about died laughing. I mean, hello. Some of them are just so funny. Have any of you ever, am I just like totally insane that I've been doing this? I'm just like, oh. And so now we will send each other through Instagram occasionally, not all the time, but fairly often, a video, a cat video, and even sometimes some of the dogs. I mean, they're so funny. So just if you want something is just that is just lighthearted and funny, um, just look up like cat. Just type in cats or dogs or something, and you will find some of the funniest things. They're just great. So you can see what I'm doing, just kind of doing a little bit of stamping there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it also down here. Okay, get that out of the way. I'm getting kind of messy here, guys. Kind of messy, and I do want to kind of wind this up because we've already been going a while. But I did want to get a couple done. And there again, we want to add a little bit of lace or something of that nature. So I'm going to just, let's see, let's just do 2. We will just cut that. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you are feeling healthy and that you are enjoying your day. Not sure which day I'm going to put this up. It's Saturday as I'm recording it. I may put it up for tomorrow for Sunday's journal with me that I'm not really doing anymore. Well, I won't say I won't come back to it, but I'm resting. I'm resting from it, guys. I seriously stink at consistent journaling. I so admire so many of you that are really good about that. And I'm switching glues because the Fabri-Tac will hold that lace down really well. The art glitter glue will too, but the Fabri-Tac does it quicker. It just goes like, and you're done. It just goes really fast. And I'm not putting that, I'm just leaving it on the side because it's starting, it flows great when it's brand new and the bottle's full. And then you get to the middle part and it's not as fast. And then when you get to the bottom, I'm ready to scream and shoot it. Okay, so let's continue. We've got this. Let's do a book page, or let's do a diary page. This is one of my, I did some digitals of some of these. These are an actual diary. It was a gentleman, and he was a logger. He timbered, lived in Oregon. I found his journals in a junk shop, and I tried to find his family, but I couldn't. And so I decided, well, he will live on through his writings, will live on in my journals and my art to honor him. How many men do I know, and no offense, there's a gentleman out there watching, it's not intended to be a diss, not at all, but I don't really know a lot of guys in my own personal world, sphere, that keep an active journal, and that I have, like, from what was the year? 19, I think it was like 1940 something to 19 in the 1960s. Like this little journal, it's a 5-year journal. Okay. Fell a pine, finished something. Boys went out, something cold came out. Hazel, W, and Rich unloaded. Anyway, just somebody's life, and I just find that very, very cool. Very, very cool. I love that kind of thing. And I think for this one, we will do. Let's just. No. No. Another book page. Little variation. Is that what I heard you say? Did I hear you say you want another book page? Okay. Way to be on top of it, guys. And of course, you can go around your edges, you can ink your edges, you can, oh my goodness, there's so many things that you can do with this to make it exactly what you want it to be. You can have it be themed, you can do fancy, you can do simple, you can, I mean, the sky's the limit. I am also going to add just a little bit of my, and this, the little, oh, I don't know what you call it, the fodder paper. Somebody's coined that term for little doodles. This is one I have copied so that I don't have to doodle more than once, and then I can always have this particular one. So I am going to, or are we going to go this way? This away. This away. We're coming over. We're coming over. And we won't come back till it's over there. Why am I thinking of war songs? Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. That's pretty. That's pretty. Let's take a little bit of paper. And this is not glassine. This is deli paper, actually. We shall put this on. As you notice, I use a lot of glues. And I have said many times, I have 4 basic glues that I use. I use the glue stick. I use art glitter glue. I use Fabri-Tac. And I use my scrapbooking tape. which is a type of glue. Now, we want this to kind of highlight there. Yes, yes, we do. So if you do some of these and you happen to be on Instagram or Pinterest or something of that nature and you want to put these on, I'd love it if you would tag me that I can look at your amazing work. It's just, you know, one thing leads to another. And honestly, that little Pinterest thing that I saw, it was just a plain little, just a plain little picture of a library card. And I just was like, oh, yes, yes. You know how it goes. One thing leads to another, and then we're off and running. Now, let's see about maybe some type of phrase. I got my book kind of sitting here. Bright, love, art, wonder, joy, create, dream, grateful. You are stronger than you think. Oh, those are all good, all good. Nothing there. A friend. What's this? What's this? A friend may well be reckoned the masterpiece of nature. That's a little too big. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Good comment. Good phrase, though. Just glancing. There's all Rachel's birds. Oh, it's tough when you got a ton of things to pick from, you know. Well, I suppose I'm going to go with some of these I just typed on the typewriter myself, and this I don't want to be quite so bright, so I'm just going to tone it down. We're just going to tone this little guy down. We'll put it on there, and we'll glue the pocket on, and then I think we'll be pretty ready, my dear friends. We'll call it a video until we get together again, which will be soon. Okay. I just enjoy your company so much. Yeah, isn't that nice? Just very subdued, very sweet. It's unpretentious. And I really do hope that you have been inspired just a little bit, just to maybe do some of these, or maybe this has spurred you, in a different thinking, something else that's absolutely amazing, and that would be awesome as well. Okay, let me kind of clear some of this off, and let's take a look at those that we have created together and today. And let's, for showing, let's see, is that now? No, see, that one is just, this probably won't work for this. So for that one, we'll just put in a card. We'll just put that in. Oh, see, that's just a little bit too. How tall is this? Let me measure. Where's my little inch guy? I can't find it. Anyway, this is less than the 5 inches. So these cards are, they're 5 inches. Okay, that's why. But you can easily trim it down. So you could still, which one was it? Was it this one? I'm like, where? What? Oh, it was this one we just did. Okay. All right. So here we go. We have this one that we just did. And these are meant to be glued onto a page. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want this showing, then of course you would want to cover something on the back, which you could certainly do. Not a problem. We have this one. We have this one. Super fun. And this I have edged a little bit different on the corners. We have this one. Oh, that kind of fits nicely, doesn't it? We'll just go ahead and keep that in there. Let's grab one for in here. Okay. These are awfully cute. These are awfully cute, if I do say so myself. I mean, I don't know. Are we supposed to toot our own horns? Toot toot. I have no clue. Oh, isn't that sweet? Very, very, very fun. So I hope, oh, we don't have one here. We've got to get one here. All right. So there we go. All right. I hope that that was fun. I certainly did enjoy my time with you guys. You're amazing. I love you. And I hope the rest of your day, your weekend is super special because you are super special. Love and hugs, guys. Bye-bye.